Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please stop what you're doing, pause the video and subscribe. And if you are not new, thank you for returning. Thank you for telling your homegirls and everybody about me and giving me some subscribers. I really appreciate it. Today I am coming at you guys with another informative video. I did my first one on how to be bad and bougie on a budget. I think it's very important if you want to, look like you got it all together, that you check that video out. I will link it below for you guys. But today, the Lord put this on my heart. He said, Nakita, you need to tell the ladies how they can get over a loser, a lame, an ex-boo, an ex-anything, or a F-boy. Some of you might not know what an F-boy is, An F-boy has many definitions. The F could stand for a number of things. It could be F for funny. He may have been a funny boy, meaning he could have been a joke. Everything that he was about was a joke. He ended up proving to you that he was a joke. So he was a funny boy. What else could F stand for? Friendly. Maybe he was very friendly, entertaining all the other females on the side, always on somebody's page, commenting on their Instagram pictures or texting everybody, being extra friendly. Maybe he was a friendly boy. Or maybe the F could be freaky. He may have been freaky. He may have been sexing everybody behind your back, girl. F-boy could stand for a number of things. And the very last F, which I think we all know what that is, I really can't say on my channel, but yeah, just use your imagination. I'm gonna tell you how you can get over an F-boy, because it's very hard sometimes. Sometimes we end up in these relationships or these situationships and we feel like we've invested our time, our effort, our money, our energy into these guys, and they turn out to be, losers. So if you want to know how to get over an F-boy, stay tuned and I'll tell you how to do it. The first thing you got to do, if you want to get over that dude who broke your heart, who tore it to 1,000 pieces, who lied to you, cheated on you, abused you, and misused you, you need to delete everything. You need to delete his number. You need to delete his pictures out your phone. You need to delete him off your social media sites. You just need to delete him out of your life. What is the saying? Out of mind, out of sight? Or is it out of sight, out of mind? Anyways, if you don't see him, there are better chances that you're able to get over him quickly. So the first thing that I do, which I think all girls do when they get mad at a guy, is they delete his number out of their phone. So delete his number. When he call you, when he texts you, hit him with that who this and see what he say. If you do delete him, but he still continues to text you, he still continues to call you, just ignore him. Ignore his texts, ignore his calls, because 9 times out of 10, he don't want nothing. So you don't need to be falling for that same okie doke, okay? Stop replying to his text messages. If he texts you at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday night, don't reply. If he sends you a what you doing text, I miss you text, don't reply to that text, sis, because he don't want nothing. Let me tell you something. I kid you not, it's been about 5, 6 ex-boo things, ex-F-boys from my past that have slid in my DMs recently on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat. Have I opened them up? Have I read them? Not at all. I don't even want to know what you got to say. You could be giving me a compliment. You could be trying to talk to me again. You could be asking me a recipe for a sweet potato pie. I don't care what you want. I'm not reading your text message. Leave me alone. Let me tell you what's funny. What's funny is I was watching a sermon the other Sunday. I don't know how many Sundays ago this has been, but I was watching Minister Devon Franklin, and he said it's gonna be somebody from your past that texts you, and he or she will try to get back in the door, but you can't let them get to you. You gotta tell them it is over. He said text them these 3 words: it is over. So I had to do that to somebody last week. When I tell y'all, it's been just random old F-boys popping up in my DMs lately, like, what do you want? Who sent you? No. Who sent you? I ain't had the juice in a while. So for that to happen, for those people to like slide in my DMs like one after the other, I was like, oh my God. But I'm glad I was strong enough to withstand the situation. You gotta stop replying to his messages. If he know every time he texts you, every time he call you, you're gonna answer the phone, guess what? He's gonna continue to do that. Continue to text you when he's bored, and you're gonna fall into that same trap, ladies. So stop replying to his messages, his DMs, his snaps. Stop looking at him and leave it alone. But in regards to following and unfollowing, you gotta stop lurking. Yeah. Sis, You cannot go to his page and check on him every time you think about him. If you're thinking that you're going to see something about you, maybe you're going to see one of those paragraph sort of pictures that you think is going to be about you, but it's not. It's about the next female. Don't go lurk on his page. You know, you don't want to open up those same wounds. And this has been something I've been dealing with over the years because, you know, sometimes I want to go back and I want to lurk the dude page. Maybe I want to look at his mama page, his brother page, his sister page, the new girl page. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. That's not healthy. You shouldn't dwell on things of the past. You shouldn't be trying to go back and lurk and see what you can find. See if there's anything missing that you can figure out. Don't lurk. If you lurk, you get hurt.
If you lurk, you get hurt.
Remember that. Don't lurk, ladies. Stop looking at his stuff, okay? Now, the next thing, the next step, the next tip, if you want to get over an F-boy, if you can't stop looking at his page, if you can't stop looking at them text threads, if you just can't delete his pictures out of your phone, if you just can't, like there's just something in you, you know, you just keep going back, if you can't seem to get away from him, you don't have the strength, the next thing you need to do is, you need to be real drastic, okay? You need to block him. Yes, I know it's quite extreme. But what else you gonna do, sis? You keep replying to his text messages. You keep answering the phone when he call you. So maybe you just need to block him. Maybe you need to block him and get it over with because you gotta block him. If you don't have self-control, if your mind ain't strong enough, he's still playing the mind games, block him. Block him on Instagram. Block him on Snapchat. Block his number out your phone. Block him on Facebook. Just block him. You need to block the boy. If he's still blowing you up and you still replying, you ain't got the strength, block him. That's all I can say about that, block him. Bottom line is block him. Block, block, block. The next thing you need to do is, ooh, this should have been number 1 on the list. Stop having sex with him. Now ladies, that's a hard one. I've been there. We as females, we as women, we don't want to be considered to be hoes or fats. So we feel like instead of adding a new body to our list, how about, girl, I'm about to say it. We feel like we don't want to add a new body. We don't want to catch another body. So what we'll do is we'll keep having sex with the same dude who played us in the first place. The same dude who cheated on us. We think we're just trying to help our sexual desires. We think that it's just sex. We think that we're not going to get attached to him anymore. We think that we're using him. That's not true. As ladies, as females, it's very, very seldom that you can just have sex with a dude and not think nothing else about it. I mean, I've done it before. Back in those days, you know, it was a little rough around the edges. I did that before. You know, I would go back to an ex, somebody I knew, you know, I can have sex with because I knew that he was going to be there. I didn't have to go find nobody else to do it. Let me just have sex with somebody that I already know. There's a lot of damage that could come behind that. You can open up old wounds again. You know, you got soul ties floating around. He could be having sex with somebody else on the side. You know, you trying to just have sex with him because you think it's the best thing to do. Meanwhile, he having sex with about 2 girls on the side. So it's a little nasty for one. He don't know what he can give you. It just opens up a lot of wounds. It's very hard for females to get over things like guys, especially sex. You open up a lot of emotions, you open up a lot of feelings, you open up Pandora's box. It's never a good thing to be having sex with somebody you're not involved with, especially if you're trying to get over somebody. Close your legs, put the lid on the box, baby. Let me tell you something, you gotta protect your goodies, you gotta protect your worth. If you want somebody to appreciate you and feel like you're worthy and you think he did you wrong, but you're still having sex with him, don't really add up. He's still not gonna take you serious, okay? Let's stop having sex. The best thing to do is, if you really try to get over F-boy, you need to stop having sex altogether. I'm just gonna say it. You need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on your goals. Focus on career path, dreams, aspirations, family, traveling. You need to focus on yourself. Because you don't need to be out here having sex anyway. Especially if you're trying to get your life together. If you're trying to get over F-boy. Don't screw him, girl. Y'all had sex last night. That was the last time. You don't gotta do it again. God is a forgiving God, okay? I forgive you, sis. I forgive you. You can't get over somebody if you're still having sex with them. I don't care what nobody say. You ain't gonna be able to do it, sis. Don't do it. Don't fall for it, girl. Focus on yourself. Get your mind right. You know, get your life together. You know, when the Lord sends your husband in the future, just, yeah, it'll be good then. The next thing you need to do, you need to stop talking to his family. You need to stop talking to his mama, to his daddy, to his sister, to his brother. You gotta cut everybody off. Baby, when one get cut off, all get cut off. You gotta cut everybody off because sometimes you may feel like if you're still friends with the cousin or friends with the brother, that could be your ticket back in. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Let me tell you something about me. I don't know what it is about me and mothers, but every single guy that I've ever been involved with, besides like one, his mom was crazy, they all tend to love me. Like, they all tend to just daughter-in-law and, you know, let's text, let's call, let's hang. They all tend to do that even after the relationship is over. Sometimes in the past, you know, I have continued to be friends with the mother, continue to talk with the mother. One particular mother, baby, we'll get on the phone, we'll talk for hours about what's been going on. She'll catch me up on the tea. It was just too much. Like, you can't talk to the mama. I know it's gonna be hard, you know. She was your mother-in-law. She could have been really nice to you, but that's not a good idea because the whole time you thinking that maybe I have a chance back in the door. You're thinking that she still likes me. There's still a chance. No, you can't do that. One reason you can't do that is you don't know the new chick. They could be in cahoots. So the mama could be playing both sides of the field. You don't never want to get involved with anything like that. And at the end of the day, mothers are going to take their son's side over yours any day. So don't even put yourself in a situation to where you're still thinking that something could come out of that once it's over. And the friends, when it comes down to the friends, if you became friends with his friends while you were together, stop talking to them. Stop talking to his homeboys, because guess what? He ain't your friend no way. He ain't tell you when he was cheating on you. He ain't tell you when he was creeping on the low. He ain't tell you none of that. So don't be talking about no sis. No, cuz we ain't sis. We ain't brothers and sisters. No, none of that friendly stuff. Now, if you had mutual friends, maybe you had friends that both, you know, you guys were friends with before you met each other, that's fine. I'm not telling you to cut everybody off, but if you know that it's an event going on and he might be there, you might not want to go to that event, sis. So just cut all that out. Cut the family off. You gotta cut everybody off. When one get cut, everybody get cut. One bad apple spoil the whole tree, and it's true. Now, the very last thing I'll say, this probably is the hardest on the list for me personally. I'm still, you know, having to ask the Lord to help me with this. The last thing you want to do is you gotta pray for him, sis. Girl, let me tell you something. The last thing I want to do for somebody who hurt me mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever, is pray for them. Like, I don't want to pray for you. I don't want to see anything good happen to you. I really want something bad to happen to you, but that's not the way life goes. Life goes, if somebody does you wrong, somebody treats you bad, that you got to pray for them. Not just for them, but for yourself. It really helps you to release negative energy, negative vibes. It helps you to get over them faster if you can forgive them and move on. So a part of praying for them, you also got to forgive them also. Not just for them, but you got to forgive them for yourself. Some of the situations that we find ourselves in with men are not always our fault. Sometimes we can be naive. Sometimes we can be repeating a cycle that we've seen maybe through our mothers, through our friends and our family. So we pick up on things. Relationships, when they end terribly, they really hurt us. They really take a toll on us. For me, I'll say. So you gotta forgive the people who hurt you. You really gotta, you know, just let bygones be bygones. You don't have to be best friends with the guy anymore. You can still keep him blocked. You know, you can still ignore him, but you got to forgive him, because there's going to be a time where there's going to be a new man to come into your life. There's going to be a real God-sent man given to you. And if you're not forgiving him, if you're not praying for him, then it's really going to be hard for you to receive that new love, that real love that God will send to you. I'm still working on that, because baby, let me tell you something. I don't remember praying for an ex in a long time. I think I might have prayed for him the other day because I thought about something. But yeah, you got to pray for him. You got to ask God to heal them. You got to ask God to work on them so they won't continue to do other females like that they come across. Prayer just really helps you to just get over things, to release negative feelings that you may feel. So I really say the last thing you should do is forgive. Pray for the guy. You got to. There's no way around it. And especially if you're dealing with really deep emotions for the guy, like you try to get over him but it's still not working, you really need to pray then, because you really need God to mend your heart. You really need him to help you get over this situation, get over these emotions and these feelings that you have. So I know we can be petty, you know, I'm real petty sometimes, ladies. I know we don't always want to pray for the dude who done hurt us. I mean, you cheated on me. You lied to me. And you want me to pray for you? Yeah, you gotta do it, sis. So those are my tips on how to get over a F-boy. Let's just do a recap in no particular order, because I don't remember what order I went in. So one thing you gotta do is you gotta delete everything, his number, his social medias, his text messaging thread. If that don't work, you gotta block him. You gotta stop replying to his text messages, ladies. You gotta stop talking to his family members, his mama, his brother, his cousins. You gotta stop lurking his page. You gotta stop having sex with him. Close that cookie jar up, girl. Put them cookies up for your husband, girl. Put them cookies up. And then the last thing you gotta do is you gotta pray for him. You gotta forgive him. You gotta let homeboy, you gotta give him the deuces once and for all. I'll say this last thought here. You can do everything on their list. You can block him. You can stop having sex with him. You can even pray for him. But if you don't forgive him, you'll never be able to truly and honestly get over the situation. So it's easier said than done, ladies. Ooh, it's easier said than done, because when I think about it, it gets me upset. But you gotta forgive him. You gotta let him go on to the next female and ruin her life. Just send him over there to ruin somebody else's life. Go on over there and ruin her life. I'm so happy that he out of my life and not ruining mine anymore. But anyways, ladies, that is all I have for you today in this informative video. You know, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. You know, go check out my last informative video, which was how to be bad and bougie on a budget. And if you need some more life tips, if you need some more how-tos, you know, send them my way. And I got a list, babe. I can come up with a list. I can tell you how you can get through those things. So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate the love that you guys give me. Let's like this video, get the thumbs up. Let's get about 20-30 likes on this video, okay? And I'll see you later. Bye.